Here we are on another mudlarking adventure, and I'm with the world famous treasure hunter, Dr. Tones.
World famous, I don't know. No, I wouldn't say world famous, but yeah.
I said world famous. I said world famous. Tell me I'm world famous too, come on.
You are world famous. I found you from across the pond. That's the guy I want to go with. Right there. Sign me up, chill Bill, me and you. Let's do this.
You see, and if I'm world famous, he must be galactically famous because he's got way more subscribers than I have. Please subscribe and like, please.
You'd be stupid not to. Just push the button. It's like right there. Just click it. Subscribe.
And ring the bell. Now look at the kit this guy's got. Look at that. I'm not going to make a joke about stroking various things. No, it's a dead cat, isn't it? Yes.
It is a dead cat.
He's stroking his dead cat.
Well, I didn't kill it. It's just already dead.
We don't support animal cruelty on this channel.
But on other channels.
I might cut that out if he pays me. So, because the river's so high, and it's still quite a long time to low tide, even though it doesn't even seem to be going down much at the moment, we're going to go to a secret location, which, if we can get down there, we're going to visit on our adventures. But quite often, the way down is locked. And if it's locked, you can't get to the secret location. If we can, we're going to go in, and you're going to learn my secret location. And if it's locked, you're not. So anyway, off we go. Secret location. You may not see any more. You may, depending on whether some blighter has locked the gate or not. So here we are at Tower Bridge, the most famous bridge in the world. I think that's fair to say, don't you? After all, Hollywood blows it up in every other movie. It must be the most famous. They don't blow up any other bridges, do they? Not even Manhattan bridges. And here is Dr. Tones.
Hey!
Ta-da! And he's joining me for our spot of mudlarking. Not much mud here, but we're going to go to my secret location. It was a secret location 25 years ago, and it's down there under that structure. So that's where we're going to go today and see if we can find anything interesting. But in any event, we've got a great view and a ton of time to test out our detectors. I'm going to be testing out the Deus high frequency coil here in the most difficult of conditions, and Dr. Tones is going to try out this CTX 3030. You know what I think about that machine, but it's got amazing sniper coil on it, and I've always fancied that sniper coil because it just looks like it's going to do a great job down here. And you know, CTX 3030 is a nice machine if you've got the biceps of a builder, and this man does. Look at him, he's all muscle.
Welcome to the gun show.
Now this is underneath Butler's Wharf, and if you go down there, where you just beyond where you can see, there's a hollow chasm, like a dark cave. And 25 years ago, I found some pretty interesting stuff down there. So that's where we're going to go when the tide goes out, and it's blooming boats. And that is now starting to uncover the way to the treasure. It's bad lighting for me, but it's good lighting for Tower Bridge. Isn't it lovely? A big copper tube. We're not carrying that out. It's a big copper tube. So because the tide isn't going down so much as you'd expect because of the heavy rains, we're really high up on the foreshore. There's metal up here, but it's modern, and I'm not really expecting to find anything. And there's more testing out the high frequency coil on these difficult conditions, and it's really working quite well. I'm actually pleased because I'll be able to use this coil down on the foreshore, and I think it's going to work really, really well for me. And I think Brandon's having the same good luck with the CTX, with the small sniper coil, which I've always fancied, and I just really got to build up my muscles with a little bit of steam. But you can see it's making a sort of signal that you want in a highly metal infested area. I think this is a gas canister from a soda bottle. Des found that, but you would expect it to. It's a big lump of metal. Okay, so this is Dr. Tones' first mudlarking coin.
Here it is. Check this out.
Found with a CTX. We love you, Minelab, really. It's 1p.
What?
And P is silent, as in bath.
It is a 1971.
When I was born.
Really?
No.
Yeah?
Your first ever mudlarking coin.
Yes.
It can only get better from here, or we're not finding anything else in the next 3 hunts. I don't want to curse it with optimism. Whenever I get optimistic, it always stops. Random finds a penny. I find something bigger. It's probably not great, but it is definitely bigger. It's definitely a coin. Let's go and have a look. After years of treasure hunting, I can tell you that that is probably a 2p, which is twice as much as Brandon has found. But this isn't my first, so it's not as good as my first. Ooh. Yeah, it might even be a 10p. I don't know, it's covered in gunge. No, I think, oh, well, oh, I don't know. I think that's the kind of, I don't know. You see, I've been so far from my home country that I don't even know what the coinage looks like anymore. But that is definitely un pièce de monnaie d'Angleterre. It's got to be 2p. Does it not say 2 there? My eyes are so weak these days. 2p or not 2p? That is the question.
2. What's a 2p?
Well, someone nearby is smoking something very herbal, and it's not us.
I've never smelled that before. Nice find. Nice find.
First of many.
Excellent find.
So this area here is acting like a gold pan, and the coinage is coming down here, swerving around Brandon, swerving around Dr. Tones, and then coming down here and getting stuck. And this pipe is also acting like a riffle, so maybe it's getting swept over here or over there, or getting dropped as it goes over this lump. So it goes over the lump and drops because there's low pressure there, something like that. And I'm just making this up because you have no idea whether I'm telling the truth or not, so I can speak freely. But anyway, 2p, let's get some more. Let's get some more. Now, of course, what we want is a little older, and that's going to be down there, and we probably won't get there. Well, this is going to be either a padlock or a big lead weight. But it's a big lead sinker. Oh, that's quite cool. No one's been fishing with a big lead sinker like that around here for 100 or so years. So that is going to be old. I mean, what would you use that to fish? Weird. Anyway, not a bad find. I wasn't expecting this. Really can't really miss one of these, can you? But look at that. That's old. That's curious. That's nice. Yeah. We like that. Maybe it's a lead weight for something else rather than fishing. Maybe it's like a window weight or something like that. But anyway, good stuff. Well, I think this is going to disappoint. Well, it's making the wrong noise. But it sure looks like a coin to me. But I'm wondering if that's going to be a watch battery. So we'll go and see. Let's go get it. No, that's a button. There's a lot of iron in here. Didn't really ring out, but it kind of highlighted it. But that's unexpected. Nice little button. Ah, I thought that was going to be a watch battery, but it isn't. So while we're waiting for the tide to go down and be a decent depth, still finding little bits and bobs. Dr. Tones has just got a 5p. I've got a button. So the stuff here, this is basically iron on reinforced concrete, so iron on iron. So we're just getting a lot of iron signals. And there's a bit of here, there's something, but that's like concrete, so I can't get into it. If I had a pick, I could probably crack it open, but I'm not going to. It'd probably be a 2p. Another one we found, and I think you have to go very slow here, because there's so much stuff that you just won't find it unless you go really slow. So that's a copper nail by the looks of it, or maybe it's an iron nail with some copper accretion on it. Now I have no idea whether that's old or new, but I suspect it's new. It's got something like Port West. Yeah, Port West I think it says. That's probably going to be some new fashionable jean, isn't it? If not, well, who knows. It washed up in any event. And here comes the man himself, Dr. Tones, and we're going to go into our secret location now. Down this groin and down underneath this pathway, and soon this area is going to be clear, and then we'll be down there where we're going to find much excitement. Well, there is copper. I thought it was an elastic band for a minute, but it's copper. There. Well, I have no idea what it is, nor do I want to take it with me, but it is copper. So this whole structure used to be a dock, and then it got converted to really, really upmarket apartments. You know that story. Anyway, but here would have been ships. It's either chickens or police. I mean, you know, what is that? Anyway, it used to be ships here, packed like a car park, unloading into the docks here. This is the Pool of London. I think I got that right. And they would come in, and if they had to get past the bridge would rise. And they'd be all parked up here, unloading their cargoes that came from all over the world to London, which was the centre of an empire that covered nearly half of the world. So our causeway is opening up, and we're inching our way towards it. I guess another 10 minutes. And of course the tricky thing is getting out when the tide comes back, because you don't want to swim. Well, particularly not against the tide anyway. So I made it over the causeway to the secret location. And that's where we're going. And it was a bit blooming tricky, I can tell you. And there is Dr. Tones.
I'm just getting a drink out of the river.
Tasty, huh?
Tastes like rat piss.
How do you know?
That's a very, very good question.
Do you have a good answer?
No.